And welcome everybody to today's Drop Zone with your co-host Big Tom Tony and Dope as Jeff. And how are you today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I know you're probably not happy, rocking a new haircut, but
actually, I love the new haircut.
Thank you. As I was telling you, it's pretty nice here in Ram in PA. Where you're dealing with humidity.
Yeah,
Florida. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. Like I said, just been basically busy all week with my two jobs. Pretty much almost have no time to myself, so yeah.
Yes, you finding out sports news is like tough because you have no time to do it.
But luckily, it's work from home, so I make my own schedule. So.
Exactly.
So what do we want to get into today?
Well, it's pretty much all basketball. We got NBA. Well, first, year one that we talked about a little bit ago.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do that one first. We got NBA playoffs from when we last talked, NBA news, and the All-NBA teams. I feel like I would like to talk about them, see your thoughts, see if anyone got snubbed out of certain teams or what have you. But first, I want to say rip Bill Walton. He did pass away on May 27th due to cancer at the age of 71. All the analysts that have spoken about it, there's been nothing but positive. He helped grow the game of basketball just outside of America. He spread it around the world. Fuck cancer, because that another one lost to cancer, and he definitely still had more life left in him. R.I.P. Bill Walton.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that one. I mean, it's sad that cancer takes another great person. It would be nice when we actually found a cure for cancer. But yeah, rest in peace, Bill Walton. Want to do a quick 10 seconds of silence for him?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, we do have one topic that we was discussing that wasn't on our run sheet that we actually would be fun to talk about. Caitlin Clark is in the WNBA. I know a lot of people have seen all the videos where she's just constantly getting the Jordan rule times 3. Where they're just literally just beating this girl's ass, pretty much.
Yeah, they're teeing up on her. That's for damn sure.
Part of it, if I was to do a blame percentage, I would say about 40% of it is her, because she is an arrogant little bitch. But the rest of the percentage goes on to the league. For the simple fact is, I understand they're trying to save their league because, I mean, nobody really should go to their games because they're really, honestly, they're not that exciting. I'm just being realistic about it. They're not that exciting.
I know you are. I know.
I've tried to watch a few of them, and it's like snooze fest. And so what they should have did, like a couple of analysts I've heard them say, is they should have, advertised it with her and Angel Reese as like the next Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Like the NBA did when they first came out together. They made them the rivalry, which is what actually saved the NBA. Then you had Jordan come along. But to have her billed as like the savior of the league, I mean, I could understand why a lot of the players took resentment to that, and they basically all have it in mindset. Okay, you think she's the one that's basically saving the league? Okay, we're going to show you, and we're just going to beat the shit out of her. And like I said, majority of that falls on the league. But like I said, 40% falls on her because she is an arrogant little bitch. She's like LeBron times 2.
Yeah. I think you nailed it. Like, I don't blame the other players in the WNBA. It's almost like a slap in the face to put someone straight from college. I understand how good she was in college, but I'm going to treat it just like NBA players if they want to be treated equally. It's college. I'm sorry, but it's college. You're going to do, like, if you're that good, you're going to do well in college. So I don't blame the other players being mad and doing what they're doing because, again, you're just going to put her in the league and just make her the face of it and the savior. It's not right. I mean, I understand Candace Parker's walking away and all the big name players, so they have to bring in the younger ones, but not to the extent that they're doing it with Caitlin Clark. I don't blame them for feeling a certain type of way about how the WNBA is going about it. So I can't really blame the players for, again, beating the shit out of her. The league needs to look more at that and to maybe reapproach how they're going about with her. And, she needs to dial it back. Because, I'm sorry, you really haven't... I mean, yes, you were, again, amazing in college. But you're in a different league now. It's a different league. We're now in the WNBA. I feel like once she proves something there, then she has the right to then say something or act how she wants to act, kind of almost like a LeBron-esque. But until then, dial it back.
Well, that'll be like, one of us adding a new member to our show that has, because we've heard great things about them. We add them to a show, and then we all of a sudden make that person the star of the show. Either one of us will feel a certain type of way about it. Because honestly, we'd be like, okay, we're the ones who actually built the show, and you're bringing in somebody that's just, you're going to have them take over, be the voice of the show. No, that's not going to fly with either one of us. So, like I said, I understand how the players are feeling, but yeah, like I said, her being a little arrogant little bitch doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. Again, the WNBA needs to reapproach it, and so does Caitlin Clark and her attitude. She needs to reapproach how she's going about it.
Pretty much, I agree. So,
right, yeah. A quick little topic there on the WNBA. Not many times because that's when he said it's not that interesting. I'm sorry, but even in the clips that I see, like the contact that I see, I'm like I understand for them it's physical, but for you and me who watch men's basketball all the time, some of these fouls are like kind of like nothing.
I mean, there's actually been clips where she's pulling a Draymond Green and elbowing people. So, I mean, she's not completely innocent in this.
Yeah, I know. But she feels entitled that she can do that.
Well, they will entitle her ass, and keep dropping it.
I know. All right, so moving on from the arrogant little bitch, as Tony likes to call her, NBA playoff. Conference finals were interesting, only on the west side. On the east side, the Celtics got another walk of a round to go play in. It was close in the first game, went to overtime. Pacers should have fouled in game one to prevent Jaylen Brown from shooting that three. But either way, Boston wins 128-133. And then in game two, Jaylen Brown goes off for 40 points. But Halliburton left the game with a hamstring injury, and he did not return for the whole rest of the series.
That sounds familiar.
So, to sum it up, but in game two, they won by 16. But in games 3 and 4, they were that 105-102 in game 4, and then 114-111. So if the ball bounces a different way in those two games, Celtics are really struggling, but somehow they escape with the sweep. And that's what worries me about the Celtics team, is that they're playing these banged up teams, and they are struggling against them.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics are banged up themselves, but not as bad as everybody else is. Yeah, when you're struggling against teams that are banged up, there's something wrong. Tatum doesn't look like himself in some of the games.
Yeah, it's very passive. He's very passive. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, he's not like his normal self. Jaylen Brown has just been Jaylen Brown. It's going to be interesting to see them against Dallas, which is actually the Western Conference Finals. Is what I'm actually waiting to talk about, because I got a few choice words for that one.
Yeah, I just wanted to get the boring series out of the way first, so then we can talk about this series. What a series this was.
You mean what a joke was?
Yeah. Well, what I meant by series is how surprising it was. Because I know me and you talked after they won. Dallas did. We were like, this series is going to be fun. This series is going to be good.
It was a joke.
These playoffs have been so unpredictable that I can't just expect a series to go good this year. Game 1 came down to the wire. Mavericks win 108-105. Kyrie and Luka combined for 63 points. They scored or assisted on 88 combined points. That was 82% of their team points in that game 1. So it was Luka and Kyrie takeover. Okay. And then game 2, Luka hit the crazy game winner to win game 2, 108-109. So Dallas takes the first 2 games in Minnesota, while Anthony Edwards is playing like crap. He had 19 points in game 1, 6 for 16 shooting, 5 for 12. He shot 12 3-pointers in game 1. And in game 2, he went 21 points, 5 for 17, 2 for 7 from 3.
In his defense, he is chasing around Kyrie Irving all game.
Mm-hmm. But that's what he wanted. He wanted that.
Which, I mean, hey, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the comment he made saying that he could most likely shut down Kyrie Irving. Yeah, I think I would have kept that to myself.
Maybe like in the locker room. Maybe just in the locker room, but not at the press conference.
Yeah, that was stupid. Rudy Gobert is basically a useless center. He's useless.
But yet
doesn't have an offensive game.
He keeps winning Defensive Player of the Year award.
And I don't know how. Karl Anthony Towns, he has an identity crisis because there's days he want to be a big man, and then days he thinks he's a guard. Dude, get your big ass down on the block. Stop shooting these damn 3-pointers. And then they have no help from nobody else. So by the end of the game, you know, Anthony Edwards is exhausted from chasing Kyrie all over the damn place. Because that motherfucker's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going. And then the coaching Jason Kidd does has been phenomenal. But at the same time, the Timberwolves have been awful in the playoffs at home, which was really weird because during the regular season they wasn't. Like in the playoffs, when they get to their own building, they struggle.
Mm-hmm. And they were good in the regular season.
Exactly. And that's where you should be at your best at home is in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't understand the huge turnaround that they got. You see that when they come into home, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, if anybody watched that game 5, you could tell they was just happy that they didn't get swept.
Yeah, Game 5 ended 124-103.
It's I don't know if you watched the game. It's bad when Luka and Kyrie nearly outscored the entire Timberwolves team by themselves.
And
yeah.
72 points? Am I reading that correctly?
Yes, you're reading that correctly.
36 and 36?
Yeah. And the only reason why the Timberwolves had the points they had was because
garbage time in.
At the end of the game, Anthony Edwards finally started getting hot and hitting his threes. And so, I mean, yeah, he finished I think it was like 24 points. But, I mean, it was meaningless points. Dallas already knew they had the game locked. So, I mean, they didn't put up no fight whatsoever in Game 5. None. Not an ounce of fight, nothing. And, you know, I know a lot of people don't like Charles and Shaq, but those who say, you know, they came out and said it plain and simple. They thought that building was going to go crazy to give them the energy to force the game 6. You could tell by halfway through the first quarter that Minnesota just didn't care. They were just happy they didn't get swept.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually makes it worse because, I mean, you avoid elimination. You played so well to avoid elimination. Then you get to your next game and you're just like, oh, well, at least they didn't really get swept. Well, you pretty much basically did.
Yeah, because that's why it's called a gentleman's sweep.
Because everything you did in the last game now really don't mean shit.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch any of the games, unfortunately, because of, how much I was working. So, but just I kept seeing, Dallas won. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I would expect something different. Gobert, he's useless. The only thing he was good for was starting the spread of COVID in the NBA. Everyone remembers that video.
Yep.
He somehow got 72 first place votes for Defensive Player of the Year.
Which I still don't understand how. He's useless.
Yes. The next highest was Victor Wembanyama with 19, and then Anthony Davis with 4, and Bam Adebayo with 3. Second place votes, he got 24, and third place votes, he got 1. So he totaled 433 points. The next highest was Wembanyama with 245.
Which we all know they don't really give rookies anything.
No, they don't.
Which I find, which is a shame because some rookies really do deserve, to get some of the top awards, but I can understand why they don't, but at the same time, don't just give it to somebody who keeps winning it every year, and he's literally useless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's times where I know that they've taken him off in like the final 8 minutes of games.
Yeah,
they can't rely on him. The
he
one,
has no offensive game.
Yeah, one to stay out of foul trouble, and two to do anything on offense.
Like it made me laugh because in Game 5, they tried to run the offense to the room. And I'm sitting there looking like, so you guys plan on not scoring any points at all?
Yeah, that's how you really know they didn't give a shit. If they're running the offense through Rudy Gobert.
Yeah. Like, who in their right mind does that?
Yeah, that series, unfortunately, but both of the conference final series were kind of
Jokes,
yeah, boring.
I mean,
I won't say boring because the first two games.
The Pacers one, like the Pacers Celtics.
It shouldn't have been that close, though. It should not have been that close with Halliburton out in those last two games. But it was.
I mean, I agree with that point. But at the same time, I mean, the Eastern Conference was riddled with more injuries. But the fact that those teams that had the injuries, still played as hard as they can to at least make the games competitive compared to a team that is fully healthy and you basically don't do nothing. I mean, like you said, the first two games in that Dallas series, it was really close. Like I said, when you let two players almost outscore your entire whole team, yeah, that kind of says something.
Yeah, and Minnesota was ranked number 1 defense in the NBA.
Yeah, which again, I mean, I I kind of see how, and I kind of see how they wasn't. But the simple fact is, I mean, you basically got almost like 2 7-footers because I think Towns is I think he's 7 foot, maybe 6'11".
Yeah, he's basically 7 foot.
Yeah, and Houston's Gobert is 7 foot. So you have two rim blockers that's protecting the rim. But okay, how does that defensive philosophy all of a sudden, again, you're great at home, you get to the playoffs, all of a sudden you can't win at home? It just doesn't make any sense.
No, it's almost like the Celtics too.
Yeah, the math just is math up.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, then you look at teams like the Pacers, the Knicks, who, if they're a fully healthy team, probably would have been in the top 5 in defenses. And they basically still played better than what the Timberwolves played.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just don't get it how you can go from being that good in the regular season to that bad in the playoffs.
No, I mean that's why we played the games, but like you said, it doesn't make sense how it changes so much.
Granted, the first game they had the Pelicans. Okay, minus Zion, the Pelicans aren't a threat.
Mm-hmm.
But then as you go through, you come back in a game where you was down 20 and beat the defending champions. It's like, okay, so you do have signs of life. And then you come to Dallas and it's like, you know what? I don't feel like just doing this anymore. It's like, what's going on? So,
yeah. They just want a vacation. They're like, we're sick and tired of this. We don't want it right now. We're tired.
I mean, you're playing for the NBA championship. I'm going to be as pumped up as possible.
Not them. Right, so who you got in the finals? Celtics, Mavs. I'll go first on this one. I got Mavs in 6. My hatred for the Celtics is coming out a little bit, of course. But again, I go back to the fact that Boston has not played any fully healthy team yet. You think first round, Butler out for the Heat. Terry Rozier was out as well. Hello, those are our 2 best scorers with the ball in their hand, along with Tyler Hero.
And they play Cleveland.
Donovan Mitchell ended up getting out, I think.
Yeah.
Game 3. Either game 2 or game 3. But then by the end, in game 5, Harris LeVert was out, Donovan Mitchell was out, Jared Allen was out. The entire series, Allen was out. And they had one more out. So they weren't playing anyone great in that series, other than Mitchell when he did play. And then, again, we talked against the Pacers already. First game was tough because they had Halliburton. Second game, Halliburton got injured, and they win easily. But then those next 2, they struggled in those next 2. Whereas Dallas has had to scratch and claw for each series.
with the exception of the last series.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Dallas, but I'm gonna say it's gonna go a full 7. For the simple fact is, we don't know if Kristaps Porzingis is going to be back. He's supposed to be back, I think, for Game 3. No, I think he's just supposed to be back at the start of the series. We don't know how they're going to bring him into the flow. I mean, having him back could actually screw up their chemistry at this point. But again, you're playing two, like a lot of people say, is probably the two best talented backcourt play duo. And I don't want people misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're the best scoring backcourt. That still, I believe, belongs to Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers. As far as talent, those two, yeah, I mean, you just live by one, die by the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's pick your poison.
Yeah, like if one's off, the other one's got him.
And a lot of people say Boston has 4 defenders that they can throw at. I see maybe really 3. I see Tatum. If Tatum got to guard Luka, Tatum's not going to make it through the series. Whoever's chasing around Kyrie, you might as well just bring an oxygen tank with you.
Yeah, that'd be Derek White or Holiday. So, I mean, they are conditioned to do that, I believe. So, I think they'll struggle as much as Anthony Edwards did. I don't think Ant was expecting that.
But again, I mean, like I said, I praise Ant for taking it on the assignment. Because, I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, stars today aren't like the stars of yesterday, where they relish to take on the best player. The stars today be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not chasing them around because I don't feel like exhausting myself on one end and then having to come to do work on the other end. So, I mean, like I said, I applaud him for taking on that challenge, but he should have kept his mouth shut. But yeah, I'm still picking Dallas in 7. I mean, I don't see a sweep coming anywhere near this series.
They're better fucking up.
If it does, I'm going to be like, what the fuck happened? Who rigged this shit?
We're going to get a Tony rant if it is a sweep.
Oh, yeah. If it's a sweep, yeah, there's going to be a rant.
Yeah, if there's a sweep, Tony rant.
Yeah, I guarantee that.
If it'd be a good series with no injuries, it just worries me that Luka's knee is still kind of messed up. So I could see just one little thing and, he's out. But again, I'm picking Dallas because Boston can't win. Please don't let Boston win the fucking NBA championship again. Like, not like again, but like we'll never hear the end of it. Please. Because, again, Boston fans suck. They're annoying. Please, stop. Don't let them win.
The only fan base that's more annoying than Boston's is Dallas.
Mm-hmm. The Cowboys, not the Mavs. The
Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Those motherfuckers.
Tony, it's their year, you know.
It's their year every year.
Yeah, exactly.
Until they turn off the Xbox or the PlayStation.
Yeah, they're not in franchise mode. All right.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Yeah, I don't either. Again, Mavs, please win this fucking series. I have no problem with the Mavs win the finals. I have no problem with anyone on that team. Whereas the Celtics, I just don't like the entire organization.
What's our next topic?
Next is NBA news. It would just be hirings, firings of coaches. Sacramento and head coach Mike Brown have agreed to a contract extension of $8.5 million per year for the next 3 years. I mean, he's a good coach, but I think he had a bit of a fluke season. Not last year, but 2 years ago when he went to the playoffs and gave the Warriors a run for their money in that first round series. Again, he's a good coach that I don't think they're really going to get much better outside of him. So I understand why they locked him down, and they do have a good young core there, so it could lead to something. But yeah, ground locked down for another 3 years.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't really have anything to say about it.
Now this is a bigger one. Los Angeles Clippers and head coach Tyronn Lue have agreed to a contract extension of $14 million per year for the next 5 years. That was a big contract signing or extension for the Clippers. Some people question why Lue would stay there because of Kawhi and his health availability in the playoffs, which is understandable. Stephen A. has in comments this week that Kawhi is the worst superstar in NBA history.
Not gonna argue. Get an argument right there.
Again, his availability is to be questioned. Unfortunately, yeah, the injuries are real, but it's weird how every time it is around the playoffs, he's missed 15 of his last 19 playoff games.
He's unreliable.
Mm-hmm. So people question why he would, sign this contract extension, Lue, but it's good money, and it's not a bad situation. It's just your superstar is very unreliable.
Haha. I have an idea why he signed that contract.
What? The money?
No. He wanted to make sure he didn't end up with LeBron.
Yeah, because rumblings were about him going to the Lakers. Possibly.
He said, fuck this shit. I did that once. I ain't doing that shit again.
I don't blame him.
He said, what, you want something in private? Yep. What do I sign?
Please, sign me. Please. I don't want to deal with them anymore. I don't want to deal with LeBron again.
I had enough of GM LeBron.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And it's not going to stop until he's gone.
And probably then it won't stop.
Mm-hmm. Which he is a free agent. He's not re-signing with the Lakers at the moment. He is testing his free agency. And I don't like Stephen A. that he said that LeBron is worth like $150 million. Like he would sign him that as a franchise. No. I understand what he brings to the game. He's not worth $150 million.
I mean,
yes, he's the face of the NBA right now.
And I'm gonna be honest about it. I don't see him as the face of the NBA. I never did, because you still had Kobe at the time, and let's face it, once Jordan left, Kobe was the face of the NBA. After Kobe left, I still didn't see it as LeBron. I saw it more as Steph Curry.
Yeah, because he was beating LeBron in the final.
So I never view LeBron as the face of the NBA. I view him as a high attraction for the NBA, but not the face of the NBA.
Just want to throw this in. Fuck LeBron. I don't like him.
Yeah, your hatred for LeBron is like my hatred for Goodell.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to put this one in there. It's not even head coach; it's an assistant coach. Miami and assistant coach Caron Butler have agreed to a 4-year contract extension. I just wanted to throw that in there. I'm happy that he re-signed with us because I do like having Caron on the bench with these guys. I think he's very good to have a former player that played at a high level like he did in his prime years to have in that locker room.
Yeah, I mean that was a great resign for you guys. It basically keeps Spoelstra's coaching staff together.
Unless Chris Quinn, the other assistant, goes to the Lakers, which he interviewed for, along with JJ Redick.
They can have JJ Redick.
And last but not least, unfortunately, Cleveland has fired head coach Jamie Bickerstaff. I mean, I get it in a way. Like, it hasn't brought success, but again, you look at the injuries that they had in the Boston series. So I don't know why. Like, he brought success, and they let go of him because it failed in the playoffs.
Well, in that case, then there's a lot of coaches that should be getting fired because he failed in the playoffs. That makes no sense.
I know. I don't think he should be. I think he should still be in Cleveland. But he's a damn good coach, as we've seen. He can coach a team really, really well. All right, now we're on the All-NBA teams.
Oh, there is one more. It was an actual virtual signing. It hasn't officially been done yet. But Tom Thibodeau pretty much has almost guaranteed, accepted the Knicks guarantee contract.
Nice. How do you feel? I mean, obviously, you're probably happy about that. I don't even need to ask you. Kinda.
I'm gonna say yes and no. You know who? The best way I could describe it as, it reminds me of the Tom Coughlin and the Giants situation. Because remember, Coughlin was always that tough head coach, and he compromised his coaching style a little bit, and it turned out to be turning into 2 Super Bowl wins. I do see Thibodeau doing that a little bit. Now, do I see him completely changing his coaching style? Fuck no. No.
No, he's been coaching like that the entire time he's been a coach. It hasn't changed.
He might change couple of things, like bring players out a little early.
He better learn that one. He better learn that one.
I mean, I could see him changing on that. Like I said, I think it was like 2 weeks ago when we had our last show. Extend the bench during the regular season to help keep players healthy. Hopefully he's learned to do that. But yeah, I'm actually okay with it. For the simple fact is, the guys love playing for him. I mean, they took a poll with all the NBA players as to how many people would love to play for Thibodeau, and it was just Knicks players. And Josh Hart said it the best. He goes, they're just a bunch of pussies. He goes, I can't understand why you wouldn't want to play for a coach because he pushes you to get the best out of you, and I'm going to be realistic. He is not a player's coach. He is not. He is far from a player's coach. But, I mean, to see what he did with this team with all the injuries, what other coach could have done that? Maybe Eric Spoelstra?
Yeah, I was going to say Eric Spoelstra because look what we did last year. But,
exactly.
Jimmy Butler's gone on record many times. He loved playing for Tibbs. Loved it. Because that's how Jimmy Butler likes to play. So, again, he's it's almost like the Heat organization in a way of like it takes a certain kind of person to play in that system, and it takes a certain kind of player to play for Tibbs. And you guys have a locker room full of people who love playing for him.
Exactly.
So it just you guys get healthy again. You guys have something going, as we've seen. Maybe add a little 1-2 things. I think you guys, as much as I'm a Heat fan, and it kind of pains me to say it, but I have to be honest. You guys have something going, and you guys can be very successful for many years to come if you guys keep that core together.
Now, I do have a question for you as a Heat fan.
Oh boy.
Now,
I think I know. I think I know where this is going. Okay.
Did you hear what Kendrick Perkins' comments was about who should go to Miami?
No, I don't listen to what he said because I don't like him either.
So he feels the best landing spot for Kevin Durant will be in Miami. Now, how would you feel about that? Now, him and actually Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp both pretty much says the same thing. They don't see that working because of how tight of a ship Pat Riley runs. As a Knicks fan who had Pat Riley, yes, he does run a tight ship. Mm-hmm. It's his way or you're out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about that?
Talent-wise, that excites me. But we've seen that not work out recently with him. His injury bug, kind of, that he had in Brooklyn does worry me because Butler's getting up there in age as well, where he's hitting the injury bug a lot more and more and more. Tyler Hero's hitting the injury bug as well. So what we would have to give up for him, I would probably think Tyler Hero, which I'm okay with getting rid of him. I like Tyler Hero, but again, the injuries are killing us in that regular season. It really, really are. As much as it pains me to say it, I'm wearing his jersey right now, Duncan Robinson. I would see us probably sending both of them to Phoenix in exchange for KD. Any picks that we have, and maybe one other person. I don't, again, like you just said, I don't know how Kevin Durant would like that much of a type chip. I mean, he'd pass the body fat test every week. There's no problem. He would pass that every time. Because they do that every week, a body fat test in Miami.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, every single week or every month or every year or whatever. But they do it very frequently. He'd pass that, no problem. But I think it's something about like 5% body fat. That's all you can have or something, or you don't play.
I mean that is a very fit team.
Mm-hmm.
So I now that you said that, I can see it.
Yeah, there's no one like fake. They're kind of tall and skinny, ish. But again, I would like it just based off of talent-wise. I don't know how the fit would be with Butler and Bam and Durant and Rozier if we keep them. I don't know the fit, but off of talent, obviously, I think anyone on any team would be happy to have Kevin Durant because he just shows up and he plays basketball. No, but I'm not even like just take fit and chemistry out of it.
I mean, which going to bring us to my next question, because Stephen A. He just needs to stop because he wants Kevin Durant to come to the Knicks.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Now, talent-wise, yeah, I would take the talent any given day of the week. But Kevin Durant he's kind of almost turning into a diva, which is what, I mean, that he's not going to fit that Knicks team. That Knicks team is a gritty team. They dive for loose balls. They jump in the crowd. I don't see Kevin Durant doing that.
And again, what you guys would have to give up for him. I mean, Randall is an easy out to just get rid of him, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, I know you're kind of over Randall-ish, kind of.
Yeah, I've been over Randall.
And his attitude is his big issue. He does a very shitty attitude when he starts doing bad, which is not a team player kind of thing.
I mean, I would get Durant. Now, if you get the talent of the Durant, I would give up Randall and Robinson, because Robinson's turning into just another walking fucking hospital bill.
Mm-hmm.
He's AD 2.0. So, I mean, with Hartenstein, Precious, those guys have been playing great in Robinson's absence. You better not give up DiVincenzo. Damn sure better not give up fucking Josh Hart.
No.
Hart is the fucking. I mean, no pun intended.
Yeah, Hart is the heart and soul. Yeah. Keep that Villanova big three. They are on no trade, untouchable. Exactly. Bogdanovich. How do you feel if you guys were to keep him, send him packing? I like him on that team.
I like him on the team too.
So is he untouchable in your opinion? Is he untouchable? Don't send him.
It depends on who we get in return.
Like, I think it might just be. Let's talk about just the KD trade. I think it would only be KD and whatever you guys have.
So, yeah, the Villanova big three, untouchable. OG, untouchable.
McBride. He's not a bad backup point guard. He's not bad. He's just young.
Not.
He just needs more time. I think he just needs more time. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe if it's a last minute filler.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, but if it's not a main, like I said, if he's the last minute filler, like, okay, you need one more player to fill the, because you also got to match up the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's like his contract is the last filler that fills it, so the trade gets done, yes. But he's not. He better not be the initial part of the trade. So, like I said, Robinson and Randall, I'm okay with that.
What if you guys throw in like a pick with it? Because I don't think they're just going to take two players. Because the Suns have no picks. They're going to want picks. Would you say
protected?
Would you say two players and two picks maybe? Because again, the Suns need picks. They're going to want picks.
And we got a shitload of picks.
I know.
So yeah, I mean, I think we have like 10 picks.
Exactly.
So yeah, I could see giving up 2 picks. As long as they're, I mean, I don't even care if they're protect. At that point, I don't even care if they're protected. So yeah, that'll be fun. I mean, I consider, yeah, the picks are fine. 2 picks, 2 players. But I will actually now, if I have my choice, I would probably go for Devin Booker.
Really, another guard?
You need, I mean,
You have DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson. If you guys get KD, that's your power forward now, and the Hartenstein's your center. And I think that Devin Booker would sometimes take up more touches than Jalen Brunson because Booker would want to bring the ball up the court more than KD. KD is all right, which is kind of setting up a play.
that'll be no different. Oh, excuse me. That'll be no different than having Randall there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, KD can shoot a lot better.
Booker's just a better shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wouldn't take Hart out the starting lineup.
No, exactly. So like you have so many guards. Like unless you guys go small. Holy shit! I'm Anunoby. Oh my god. Who'd you take out of that starting lineup? Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Anunoby, and Hartenstein.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that.
Exactly. All right, KD, you're coming off the bench.
Yeah, that was gonna be real well.
I didn't even think about that one. Oh wow.
I didn't think about that either.
Because you're not taking Hart out.
And you're not taking DiVincenzo out.
Nope, you're not taking Anunoby out. He's a fucking excellent 3-and-D. And Hartenstein you need.
Yeah.
So again, do you guys even need Kevin Durant?
No, not. I mean, when Steve said that, I was like, no.
You guys don't need him. You guys have so many things that why would you mess it up?
Like I said, I would take the talent of him, but the player itself, no.
Yeah, me again. I gave you the trade. Again, I don't know how many picks we have. I would say, I know that Duncan Robinson's contract is a lot. That would match up contract-wise along with Tyler Hero, and maybe a pick or two on top of it, and maybe another player. Whereas we have like we have room to like move people around. You guys just don't have room.
I'm trying to think how to start. We had the starting lineup before everybody was hurt. Because somebody was coming off the bench.
When did Randall get hurt?
I think I want to say in January.
He was against the Heat. I know that.
Was it against what team?
The Heat. I remember it was on ESPN. It was January 27. I want to see if I could find your guys' starting lineup for that game.
Because I want to say I think Hart was coming off the bench.
Yeah, he was. But DiVincenzo only played 20 minutes. So it might have been DiVincenzo that game. I think they rotated it on whoever the matchup was. Because Anunoby definitely started. Randall started. Jalen Brunson started. And by minutes, it looks like Hart started. Hartenstein. Oh no, Achua. He has 31 minutes.
Speaking of Achua,
Mm-hmm.
that might have been when Robinson and Hartenstein were hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Hartenstein played 16 minutes in this game.
Yeah, I'm puzzled.
But yeah, the whole KD thing, I guess we'll see in the offseason where everything goes with that. But again, I wouldn't mind having him. It's just how he'd fit in the system is an issue.
All right, next topic.
All NBA teams. These might go quick, might not. All NBA first team, we got Luka Doncic, Gilgeous Alexander, Jason Tatum, Giannis, and Jokic. I don't have a problem with that first team.
I actually do have a problem with the first team because why isn't Brunson on it?
Luka's better than Brunson, and I would think maybe SGA's defense is more. He's kind of like a two-way ish. Let him, and I think it also goes into what the individual team did as well, because he is the leader of the Thunder, and they got the number 1 seed in the West. I understand that this is. I understand this is a players award, but I could see that being part of the voting. Wow, look at what this team did.
Okay, we got the 2nd seed.
Well, it's not the first seed.
Well, Luka wasn't on the first seed.
But talent-wise, he's better.
Well, I'm not going to argue that.
That was my argument, is that, all right, guards. Luka is better than Brunson. And on any given night, SGA is better than Jalen Brunson. So it's definitely just kind of a coin toss of who gets on that first team. Because Luka's not moving. Because Luka is better than both. He's, right now, in my opinion, the best guard in the league. So he's first team automatically. SGA and Jalen Brunson could have easily both been on that first team. But again, I just think they edge it out because of the team success. Yes, I know that you guys got second place in the East. But the Thunder got the first seed, and no one expected that. No, me and you have said this multiple times in this podcast. We did not even think about the Thunder this year.
That is true.
And they got the first seed in the tough-ass Western Conference with all those powerhouse teams in the West. I know that the East has a lot of powerhouses, but not as much as the West. So that's the only reason, or the only logical explanation of why they put SGA first team and Jalen Brunson second. But again, I think it was like neck and neck. Like it wasn't like an easy choice of SGA. I think a lot of voters had a difficult time voting of who to put in which spot.
Okay, I can accept that.
Like it's definitely not a knock on Jalen Brunson's talent, because again, talent-wise, they are so close. But but it just the seeding and what the Thunder did this year. That I think that was the main factor of why he was in the first team.
I can accept that.
Are you a bit more calm down now? I knew that's where that one was going with that first team, because I saw a few people about that. Which again, I understand. I get it, because Brunson had a career year. I mean, fucking damn near MVP year with what he did with that Knicks team. But second team ain't that bad either. You had him, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard. He met that 65 game threshold, Stephen A. It's okay. Kevin Durant and the walking hospital number 1, Anthony Davis, who was healthy this year.
Yeah, he was.
Which is good, which is surprising. So I can't even say that about him right now, because he was very healthy.
Yeah, we really can't knock Anthony Davis this year.
No, because he played great in the playoffs too. He did not underperform in that Nuggets series either.
Because I think he played 76 games, 72 games, something like that.
Yeah,
this season.
He played a shitload of games. I mean, I have really no problems. I know that you would probably switch Jalen Brunson in on SGA, but I have no problems with that second team. With again all that success that they had this year. Kawhi maybe, but he was playing some of the best basketball of his career. I don't know if you remember earlier in that season. Early in the season, he was putting up fucking 32, 34, this monster games. And again, injuries derailed him. But he met that threshold. I think second team is fair. I mean, looking at third team, you got Steph Curry, Tyrese Halliburton, Devin Booker, LeBron, and Sabonis. Would you take anyone from third team and swap them?
I can't say I would. Other than maybe Steph Curry.
Well, it has to be a forward. That's why I just kind of named off the third team. But so out of Devin Booker and LeBron, would you swap them with Kawhi?
No, yeah. Yeah, I guess Kawhi could stay. I mean, because, yeah, I guess he could stay.
Again, he's a great two-way player.
When he's healthy.
Yes. And that's the big issue. But again, he did meet that 65-game threshold. He's just never healthy for the playoffs. They don't have a threshold for them. So I think maybe
it's a regular season award.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's a regular season award.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll rookie first team. I know there's not going to be much of a say in these. Brandon Pokusevsky from the Warriors, Tommy Hawkins Jr. from the Miami Heat, Brandon Miller from the Charlotte Hornets, Victor Wembanyama from obviously the Spurs, and Chet Holmgren from the Thunder.
Yeah, no complaint there.
No. And second team, I added here just to add them here. Guard Gigi Jackson II, who's on the Memphis Grizzlies. Guard Keontae George, who's on the Utah Jazz. Guard Cason Wallace, who's on the Thunder. Forward Amen Thompson. I think that's the one on the Rockets. I'm sorry, but there's Amen and Asur. So I think Amen is the one on the Rockets.
Yeah.
And center Derek Lively II, who's obviously on the Mavs. Yeah, not much of a say on that one because the rookies, I know of them, but I can't really say, oh, he shouldn't be here.
And the only rookie that really was mentioned the most was Wembanyama.
Mm-hmm. All right, all defensive first team. Yeah forward. What?
This is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. You got forward Herb Jones from the New Orleans Pelicans. Center Victor Wembanyama. Center Rudy Gobert. Center Anthony Davis. And center Bam Adebayo. I know that the name that you don't like.
Yeah, I've already killed him on it, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd be beating a dead horse with any more on that one. And the second team, you got guards Drew Holiday and Derek White from the Boston Celtics. Guard Jalen Suggs from the Magic. Guard Alex Caruso from the Bulls. And forward Jaden McDaniels from the Timberwolves.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, they pretty much made a center and a guard team. It's not even second and first. It's just fucking center and guard.
Fucking go there. Go garbage.
Go garbage.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I got nothing else that I can think of. Nah, I got nothing.
Me neither.
Again, like not that I can think of. It's been a long week, so
It's been a very long week.
as soon as you hit end, I'll forget, or like I'll like remember something, and I'll be like, damn it, because nothing really happened in football.
Well, there is a little bit of basketball beef that just happened about 39 minutes ago.
Skip all the team.
So, according to Bleacher Report, hold on, bring it up. Okay. So, I don't know if you heard Rasheed Wallace's comments about the 2017 Warriors.
I didn't.
So it says Rasheed Wallace said Pistons would have beat the shit out of the 2017 Warriors. Well, guess who responded?
Kevin Durant?
No.
No. Draymond Green.
Of course. So.
Oh boy. 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 Oh boy.
This is Draymond Green responds. We would have smacked y'all. Y'all was scoring 72 points per game. That's not winning a half. And we putting you in the big ass forces in every pick and roll. Let's see you move them feet. One ring was great, though, big bro. We all appreciate it.
For once, I might have to side with Draymond Green.
So here's Rasheed Wallace's complete quote. And this is coming from Clutch Points. We would have beat the shit out of the 2017 Warriors because for the simple fact that they couldn't match up with us at any position. Steph Curry, not a defender. Draymond Green is too little.
I'm sorry, but Rasheed Wallace, you were wrong. I have to go with Draymond on this one. I don't care how good of a defender you are. We've seen Steph Curry put on masterclasses against good defenders. Klay Thompson, same thing. Kevin Durant, same damn thing. Go ahead.
We've seen Steph Curry, break the ankles of some of the best defenders.
Exactly. So he wants to talk about them not matching up with the Pistons. The Pistons wouldn't be able to match up with the Warriors because they're too fast. Rasheed Wallace, you cannot, like Draymond just said, they're going to put his ass in pick and roll every time. And he's not moving quick enough. He's not. I don't like when these old players used to play for these teams that won try to compare themselves to modern teams. It's just not going to work.
So now this is the 2003, 2004 Rasheed Wallace.
Okay.
Even at those 2 years that year where he was a lighter and was able to move, yeah, they still would have put him in a pick and roll spin cycle.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that would have saved them would have been Ben Wallace.
Yeah. Now that Wallace scares me. Big bad Ben Wallace.
But here's the thing. He would have to come out to guard Draymond because Draymond would take him out to the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause
So, 'cause, 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 'c Yeah, I gotta agree with you on this one. Where, excuse me, I don't see the Pistons, destroying that 2017 Warrior team.
Like,
Would it
even
be a tight, close series? Yes.
yeah, it wouldn't destroy. Like, I mean, I have Warriors probably in 6 because I think again they just get tired of running around all game, trying to chase Steph Curry, trying to chase Clay, Kevin Durant. I'm struggling to remember who's on that team. Quinn Cook, their backup point guard. Sean Livingston, another one of their backup point guards.
Iguodala.
Yes, Iguodala. So, like, I think they had Andrew Bogut, too. They didn't really use the centers too much anyway. But, like, it's not good. Like, it didn't, no. Like, I hate when, again, like I just said, I hate when these old players who played for these old teams who've won try to compare themselves to these other teams. It doesn't work. Because, like, again, yes, it's a different era. And you guys move slow as hell in that era. You're not keeping up with this team.
The only team I can honestly say could have, I won't say beat the shit out of them or come close, will be the Bulls teams.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the simple fact that, and I'm not talking about the first 3P, I'm talking about the second 3P team. Because now you got Ron Harper, who's an excellent defender, Jordan, who's an excellent defender, Pippen, who's an excellent defender, and you got pain in the ass Dennis Rodman.
Man, again, and then you don't have to worry about center. I think they had, Luke Longley or whoever?
Exactly.
So you don't need to worry about center. But yeah, those 4 and the motherfucking asses.
Yeah.
They can slow them down.
So, I mean, and then if you switch it around, that's when you see Steph Curry's, defensive issues come into play because who can he guard? Harper is too big.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's way too big. Pippen's too big. The only one, I'll see Pippen and Durant canceling each other out. Durant can't play defense when he wants to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's 7 foot, but he is skinny.
Yeah. Pippen will be able to toss his ass around, but Durant offensive talent will cancel out Pippen's.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green will be useless against Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman will have that boy so fucking frustrated, he's going to be trying to put him in headlocks and choke lock.
Michael Jordan overpowers Clay easily.
Yes.
And then Steph, offensive-wise.
And Harper was going to overpower Steph.
Mm-hmm.
So the guards will have a field day.
But yeah.
That's the only team I could see that could actually come out and say, yes, we would beat the shit out of that team.
Mm-hmm. And I'd have no problem with either one of those 4 saying it.
Yeah, exactly.
No problem. Ron Harper can say it. Jordan can obviously say it. Scottie Pippen can say it. And Robin can easily say it. No problem with any one of them 4 saying it. But Rasheed Wallace, respectfully,
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Rasheed Wallace, that's where you just gotta. Yeah. I mean, I understand, Chauncey Billups, yes, he's a great guard. Rip Hamilton, great guard. Tayshaun Prince, he's not a great forward, but Kevin Durant would eat him up alive. Rasheed Wallace against Draymond Green, that's just going to be a battle of who's going to get thrown out first.
Because they are 1 and 2 in career ejections,
Exactly.
I believe. Yeah.
So then, whoever's playing center for Golden State, they're gonna have a headache with Ben Wallace because
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, offensively, you're not stopping Steph. You're not stopping Clay. You're not stopping Durant.
No.
So yeah, that's where you just say, okay, yeah, it'll be a great series.
Yeah, not that you'll kick their ass.
Yeah, you don't say you're gonna beat the shit out of them. Now, the era does make a difference because are we playing in the 2017 era or the 2024 or the 2004 era?
Just to give the Pistons more advantage than, since they need it, we could play in the 2004 era. And I still don't think it matters.
Well, I don't think it'll matter as much. But, I mean, they'll be able to get away with a lot more than they can now.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, again, saying that you would have beat the shit out of them, yeah, that's going a little too far, dude.
Just shut the hell up. I don't know. Just shut up. Just be respectful and be like, it would be a great series.
Because, again, when it comes up between Rasheed Wallace and Draymond Green, that's just going to be a matter of who's going to get thrown out first.
Mm-hmm. Both at the same time.
More than likely, yeah. Rasheed Wallace is going to get thrown out just for looking at the refs.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green's going to get thrown out for kicking people in the nuts. So, yeah, that cancels. You two cancel each other out.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I opened my phone to see if there was anything else and I saw that, I was like, let's see if Jeff knows about this.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear Rasheed run his mouth.
Oh. Fucking Commanders.
Oh, boy.
Washington cuts Brandon McManus amid sexual assault allegations. Yeah.
We say it so many times. Can we just fucking learn? Please.
Oh. And of course, it has to be a commander.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that their kicker?
Yep. That's their kicker. He used to play for the Broncos and the Jaguars.
Oh, idiots. Yep, our NFL debut is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you don't got anything else, I'm going to let you get going so you can get ready for work.
Yeah, yay me.
So, yeah, if we got nothing else, well, big time Tony and Dope Ass Jeff, we want to say thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. I was about to say Facebook, but we have the subscribe button on there.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button on hit that here on blue button on Facebook.
Well, you see you guys next week.
See ya.